This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Matters. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.
What is one of the most outstanding things readers of this book tell you?
It shed the light to the strengths they did not think they had. It makes possible to see your path to your greatness. There before, we thought there's only one formula. Now you can see that by just harnessing, because the idea is mastering, becoming so conversant and in touch with your best side, your relationships, your emotions, your life, that you can use that to progress towards your greatness.
Yeah.
And also that idea of budgeting for the entirety of the time you have to create something that can be passed on.
Yeah.
And that idea of thinking beyond where you are to this generation and the next. For me, if you ask me, this is the one conversation, if we have it, we are going to become first world people.
Yes.
Quickly.
Yes.
The country only responds to what the people become, right?
Yeah.
It's not a first world country. The country doesn't make the people.
It's true. The people make the country, and the people make the government as well.
Yes.
It. Yeah.
If we have enough awakened of us, the same number will represent leadership.
Yeah.
Will be in governance.
Yeah.
You're going to get different thinking. How you're managing your personal life, your finances, how you're thinking, how you're awakened, how you're in charge. That's how you behave with your work.
Yeah.
That's how you behave with your customer service. That's how you behave with your job. It's the group. The group we are as a country is our average GDP, our average economic life that gives the country now a status.
Yeah.
So this is the idea to make you to first world.
Yeah.
First world life.
Right.
Even individually and sooner.
The reason I asked you that is because what stands out for me is that on the November 11th, 2023 conference, somebody said that after reading this book, Healing Your Inner Self, they tripled their income.
Yes.
So I thought to myself, if I can triple my income just by healing, what will happen
when you can strategize now?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's why it came after healing. Now that you have overcome those wounds and difficulties and struggles,
Yeah.
can you now put energy? This is a unique book because it is forward facing.
Yeah.
To move you forward.
Yeah.
To the top, to the top of your game.
Yeah.
Yes.
So get this book on benjaminzuluglobal.com, and it goes for 2,000 bob. How many dollars is that?
14?
14, thereabout. And all these other books as well. And you can also book a session with Benjamin, or if you want to reach out to him for any of your personal reasons, you can reach out to him through his website. Are you gonna talk a little about mastery in the February 10th conference?
Now, it will be more about love, but it will gain to master your love life.
Okay.
To be on top of it, to be in charge, to actually make sure things are adding together. Many times we marry for now.
Yeah.
We don't marry for next. When we go to the next, what we married for then does not fit where we are.
Yeah.
This is to tell us that how can you, in the midst of the romantic feelings, in the midst of social deadlines, still make your life fulfilling, your love life enriching, your sustainable, good, not having to. Many people are tired because they're holding their relationship with a lot of energy.
Yes, it's exhausting.
It's unstable by itself. You really have to
manage.
Sometimes you talk to a person who was otherwise cool and composed. The moment they have to talk about their partner, or they have to pick that, they have to talk to their partner on phone or something, they change.
Yeah.
To this panicky, careful, disturbed person.
Yeah.
Because that relationship requires a lot of energy to maintain, to manage.
Yeah.
We want to show you a relationship that will bring stability.
Yeah.
Rather than cost you the stability you have. Yes.
Okay, so I hope to see you there on February 10th, 2024. It's going to be at the Oteli Hotel. The price, a ticket goes for 5,000. Do you know if you're going to be able to accommodate the people that are not physically present?
Yes, we have moved to having a virtual as well.
Okay.
So people can always plug in all over. We are global in reality. Prepare to attend from wherever you are.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I'm really hoping to see you there. And it's always a wonderful networking opportunities. So 5K, start saving now. It's like tomorrow. I've been telling Benjamin, it's tomorrow. It feels like tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, today's topic is very interesting. We don't talk enough about self-love and men. We don't seem to connect the two. And before you even start, I want to comment on your outfit. It's not the usual masculine, quote unquote masculine colors. It's not the gray, black, blue. It's maroon and another color there, beige, peach or what. And then the tie is also colorful. Do you think that is a sign of self-love? Like when a man can put on vibrant colors? Yeah,
first of all, shout out to my designer. You know, when you marry a fashionista, you are blessed every day.
Yes.
And part of the self-love I'll be telling you guys today is to allow those who are better at doing things for you, do them.
Okay.
Men never do it all. They want to do everything by themselves to prove that they're strong. Somebody said we don't hire. Our problem is that we hire smart people, then you start telling them what to do. You hire smart people to tell you what to do.
Yes.
Now, you don't marry a smart person, then you start telling them what to do. Yeah. You marry them so that they can tell you what to do in that area that they are smart.
It's very hard to let go, especially if I'm also a smart person.
Let me tell you, I like this outfit. I said, this is unusual. What's different about it? First, I would never wear bright by myself. The high maintenance bright things. You know?
Yeah.
And then the executive knows on maroon. Just tell guys, many times, I don't know who told us to dominate over women, to control so much, and mute.
Mute is the word, yeah.
You know? No, I want that girl's volume blasting.
Wow.
That's how I'll get these unusual looks, and I feel different. Gives you a feeling.
Okay.
Part of what I want to tell guys is sometimes a woman gives you that outfit that not all women are better in outfit than men. There are circumstances where you find that in that couple, it's the man who is the designer, whichever way it goes. Because she will be better in something else then. You know? Whichever way it goes, but in many men, they really need help there to think about what to put on. This to say, I enjoy it, but also you need to have to control your ego enough to let the person experiment with you. Experiment with you until they can perfect, because at the same time there's what you are better at in the union, and there's what you're also evolving in, isn't it? Yes. So that side of you that you're working and you're letting this person work this other side, that harmony is so sweet. Benefits all of you. When you know the things you don't have to worry about because I got them covered. Anything concerning the mechanical side of our life, leave the cars to me, the house, this, you can point out what you think we can, and I will jump in to check what I can find. And I don't rest until I get things done. That's it gives me fulfillment. That's if you can pick your side that way. I pick mine this way. I pick mine this way. What a sweet harmony. Yes.
There was a time I was coming in and I just thought to myself, how come Benjamin's car is always clean? So I don't always manage to have a clean, sparkling car, but your car is always sparkling. And then, you know, my inner advocate said, you know, while he was at the car wash, you were at the mech. So be kind to yourself. So I feel like when you have help, you are more productive.
That is true. And let me tell you the truth. A lot of times, two are better than one, practically and literally.
100%.
These married people should not intimidate you. They have another person.
That's what I tell myself. No, he can make it to work earlier than me all the time because someone is packing his lunch.
You know, please just allow your seasons. Allow your seasons. These are the guys who are matching two of them.
I know.
You know, also to tell people that those who has got the point of marriage is advantageous because two are better than one in every way. It's only bad when you don't belong together. We say that people who live together but they can't stand each other.
That's even worse than being single. I'm better than them.
You know, it becomes just strain and strife. But when you have a person who you harmonize, and then you become the cords of three strands that are not easily broken, and that you become the strength. When he said cords of three, he was talking about the two of you, and then the faith you have together.
Yeah.
It becomes like another entity that becomes between you, a rhythm there. Yeah. This is to say, for men, it is possible to flourish in unusual areas when you allow yourself to become the canvas on which the artist whom you marry is casting their creativity.
Yeah.
And you enjoy and flow with it, knowing that that's their place and you have your place as well. Yes.
Okay. We have already started, so keep going. We're talking about men and self-love, something we don't talk about enough.
That's a very uncommon language.
Yeah, yeah.
When men want to say thank you to themselves,
bottoms up. What else?
You know,
yeah.
When men imagine just saying kurejirudishia shukrani after hard year,
yeah,
let's meet there and say thank you to ourselves, then automatic click.
Yeah,
it's indulgence in alcohol.
Yes.
One of the things, the first step you're going to do as a man, and this, it's a year turns and we are going for a break. I want you to start moving like the prince you are. Previously, men have been moving like groups and packs, going how other guys are. Things that move in packs are usually like the dogs, the wild dogs that are hunting, scavengers, eating anything, attacking here, because there's no personal responsibility, personal thinking. It's all group think. And men are asking where a guy is going. Until men the principle of the prince. Princes are governed by principles. They decide early where they are going, and then they carry the laws that will carry them there. Remember the advantage of routines? Routines minimize decision fatigue.
That's true.
When you set order of things you always do every time, you remove the strain, the mental strain of deciding whether to do them.
Yes.
Principles do the same. Principles minimize mental strain when dilemmas come, when financial decisions come, when involvement with friends come, when we are out there and guys are doing all manner of activities. There's all this hype, there's all this confusion. It still seems like free for all, anything, that, the other. Guys who came with principles don't have decision fatigue, don't have confusion. There's one guy who played handball and he kept scoring, although he was one-handed. He did not have one hand. He protected one hand, but he was scoring a lot.
Yeah.
When he was asked the trick, he was asked, how come you score so? I said, I don't spend any time with the decision fatigue.
I know.
On choosing a hand. I only have one. So while these other guys are trying to choose advantages, I'm always leading with where the hand is. A principled person is always leading from that side.
Yeah.
They have eliminated negotiation. Do you know how much setbacks you have suffered during those moments of compromise when you are indecisive and people dragged you to things that don't align with who you are? Then you have to undo the damage and pay the price yourself. If you count the price of your setbacks, you realize it was not so much weakness, it was indecisiveness.
Oh my goodness.
You know,
it wasn't my mother who traumatized me when I was growing up.
It's not always anything to do with how weak you are, or you can't even you can't say no. Indecisive. You had not calculated ahead in situations like this. What is the right thing for me? Now, another thing that men have not been taught is their emotions, the feelings. What happens when you're in that mood and there's all this excitement, all this temptation? The principles you set early as a man is go for the holiday. Draw a path for you. One man some guys were playing a card that they needed a third person to fill. They said, not train. He didn't like playing cards for some reasons. I think that game and some other notions he didn't like.
Okay.
And these guys kept saying, can you join please? We play. Say, I did not carry my hands. What are you talking about? I can see your hands. Are you sick? Say, no, these are not mine. Whose are they? You can see them. Then he said he has loaned his body to his faith.
Wow.
He can only do things that his faith approves.
Wow.
So this man had decided early about that card game, or there's no problem. The card games are, we are picking it as an example. Those things that are in front of you and you're the only one they would need to fill a car ride to that place.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And this lady was accompanying a friend in college to go meet her boyfriend, only to realize the boyfriend had come with another boyfriend because he also coming with another girl. Then you're being paired.
Yeah.
Unknowingly, and she was fixed in a situation. Many people have been doing like that. This is a holiday, you are the only one you are fitted somewhere.
Yeah.
For indecisiveness and just going with the flow,
yeah.
you are taken to places that don't fit who you are anymore. A lot of times men, when you talk about self-love, they don't realize that the discipline to set the parameters of the contact that will govern you in that season is the first form of self-preservation, is the first form of self-care, is the first form of maintaining yourself in a nurturing environment. A lot of men were just carried along, dragged along. And we have a lot of predatory, aggressive women who know that if they corner a gentleman, they will have their way.
Yes.
And if they just enter into your audience.
Yeah.
I told you seduction has moved from direct to indirect, be my rescuer. I'm in this situation. Knowing you will think about that. The moment she wants this rescue.
Yeah.
One man was direct. So he said every time a woman tells me I need this kind of money urgently, he also says I also need sex urgently.
Oh.
To bring out the disguise.
Oh, okay.
So he wanted to burst the balloons.
Yeah.
Because you're saying it has become a form of a trap.
But some of them will be ready to offer.
So you wanted to be direct.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
But a lot of times it's not just money. It's that they know they just want to hold into your life, and they just want you to to join into your wagon and train. A lot of men have been building, and they are not sure what they've been building. That is that they're not aware. The one thing men were supposed to move from a pauper to a prince, do everything except graduating mentally. They did not upgrade and realize I am no longer one who can hang out like that. I'm no longer one who can take in people like that, who can let people hold into my hand like that. I then extend in the book of Ruth, when how women would show interest in men was to just come close to him. It is much the same today. They don't suggest the relationship.
Yeah.
Come close, let him see you, decide whether he wants you.
Yeah, okay.
You don't shoot, you are assured. If you shoot, you are assured, you are taking control. After you take control of the leadership, where will you take the relationship? It is this man who is supposed to take it forward.
I get you. Yeah.
So, a while, let him decide. So when he decides, you can set the bar. You're the one to set the bar. You have more to lose.
I do.
When he proposes now, you can set the bar so that it still marks.
Yeah.
As much as you want him, is what he's proposing what you want. Those are two different things. You can get the right person and they give you the wrong arrangement.
The right person gives you the wrong arrangement.
Yes. Because you want him so much, you accept everything.
Oh.
They're not exclusive with you. They don't think you are enough. They are not ready to commit. They're not ready now. They want you to wait for 5 years.
Okay.
They want you to get a child fast. So, you want the person, but what are they proposing?
So they were right in other departments, like they were the right person in other departments, like
colleague, buddy, this, and just a person you rhyme so well, as long as it's not personal.
Yeah. Romantic connection. Yeah.
Merging our lives. That's a very big thing, yeah? Brothers.
Yeah.
The ladies who have decided you are the right one for them, they don't care whether they're the right ones for you. Greedy people only see what you can give them. They don't see what they can give you. So you're going to find many people are domiciled where you're visiting this holiday.
Oh.
That's where they live.
Yes.
You know? And they're seeing you here, they're seeing how you can fit their life. And they may even want to give you the suburban life. They want to propose the suburban, just down there. Oh. So they want to trap you into that. You know, knowing all this you have, the package of your being. We're not saying urban people are better. We're just saying sometimes many of us, when you travel down there, we forget that it's a different ecosystem and some guys are domiciled there and they know how to operate it.
Yeah. So I think also the novelty of it can excite us when you're coming from the city.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're visiting. Some people have another place that is not urban, but then they traverse. Many people are moving to different places. It can be even that you are moving to the urban to visit your people. They live in that climate.
Yeah.
But you're saying wherever you are going is a different set. One thing as a man, I want you to show up there as a prince. Now, the one who will oppose this, because then you become very impossible to control. When you prince. Why? Princes are live by principles. They don't live by feelings and environments and moods and the trends. Princes are grounded. as a man, you are grounded in the laws you live by. You have internal laws you don't violate. You're not perfect. Sometimes even when you trip, you correct. You look back, what did I do wrong? What could I have done differently? Yeah. Next time you're doing differently. You're evolving, but you're aligned to higher ideals other than what men are doing. The next thing you can do is to build your self-love as a man is to spend more time with winners so that they spare you the dummy tax they had to pay.
Yes.
A lot of our self-love is consumed by battles we begin. We begin because of our naivety. The ego, the independent spirit of men, makes them want to think they can figure out everything by themselves. Even something like asking for directions. They rather do guesswork, time-consuming guesswork, than just asking. A mature man doesn't mind asking what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Is it weakness to say I'm new in this area? Where is the weakness there? It's just irrational. I'm looking for this location, man. Sometimes Google helps us nowadays, but sometimes what you want is not really Google-like.
Yeah.
Some of those areas down there are not really mapped.
Or you followed Google to a dead end.
I got made the fun about when you try to use Google Up Country.
Yeah.
They tell you have arrived. Are you in the middle of a river?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Turn right to somebody's homestead.
How?
And the dogs are chasing you. Yeah. You're on the right track. My God, I'm being eaten.
You're on the shortest route now. The river.
You know? Yeah. A lot of times, as a man, I want to tell you the secret a lot of great men have used. When I try to see what are their secrets, they say the road to making it, to breaking even, to becoming the distinctive 1% has been passed by other people. One way to learn it is when you come close to people who are better than you in some area, don't ask them for, in that area, they're successful. Don't ask them for handouts, some finances, some, buy tea, buy lunch. Avoid all those forms of begging and shortcut, asking for the fruit. Rather, ask them for a piece of their mind. Ask them for an idea. Ask them for some principle they live by. Yeah. You may find one thing I found, today I have a name for it. Of those people I admired was very settled self-belief. Settled. Many of us had self-belief that needed to be supported with a lot of arguments. You have to justify why you think you make it.
Yeah.
You're using a lot of paragraphs and theses. Okay. Other people made it. I saw this because even this one started, even me, and now when you look at all those people and you add me, you can see I'm not very different. Too much support. These guys had settled confidence that they did not need to prove, but they just walked by it. There's something as men you can do. One way to love yourself is to avoid unnecessary struggles, unnecessary setbacks, unnecessary repeating of mistakes and blunders. One of the blunders men make is when you isolate yourself from wisdom, thinking that when you do things by yourself, you're appearing wiser.
Yeah.
The people whom I admire say, when I spend my time to just hear how another guy made those mistakes that they could have avoided. They're saying, hey, I known better. That was not the right route. Now they have made me know better. I've avoided that route. For example, many people when they're starting business, they trust their families and cousins and relatives because they're familiar to you and you wish all of you grow together. You mean well. You imagine they all mean well. We're not saying there are no families that grow together. We have seen the Indian families build businesses. But I realize when you come close, everybody has their own small domain. We may contribute to the labor, to management, but your personal life should also be yours. That's how you can sustain it. If they make you all of you enmeshed and there's no individuality, it won't last. You will conflict. And it will fall. You know? The guys who started the Nagin Patni, the gold merchants, those who sell us rings and all those things. The old man died recently. But the way he started it, the family, the people, they're still running it. And it's flourishing, opening more branches. He put a setup so that yes, he can use relatives, but it's not that element of, I'm employing you because you're a cousin. It's because you're competent, you have qualified, I've trained you, you can get this work done. But us, what do? I'm employing you because I know you. Because your uncle sent you, my uncle sent you, my auntie referred you. This one called, I employed my child, they just finished school. Then you employ. That's how family empires collapse, because you're not hiring on competency. On a higher level, governments, countries also, when they allocate positions for other reasons other than competency, that's how we fail. Big companies, you start allocating people out of favor. I want to ask brothers, this time as you rest, have conversations with the gurus, masters. Tell them what they would wish to just drop in your ear. A better way, personal attention for great people is rare because their time is very much on demand. Read their books, to learn, to follow them, to follow their conversations, their podcasts is self-love. How? You avoid meanders and the roots, and the roots that are dead-end and the false starts. The concept of false start, we are explaining it using Usain Bolt, the great runner. That the only time he was disqualified and his nemesis won was when he committed a false start. Many men had a very far career, but they committed a false start. One of them was asking me, where is the middle ground? The women who are pure are too young. The one who are not too young are no longer in one piece. What do we do? And I was telling him, you are generalizing. We have women who are still together. They're just not everywhere. You just have to look. Yeah. Again, you have women who have been to places, but they have come around to become jewels. Yeah. Yeah. In terms, in fact, when you want to know how they make those precious things that they sell, like precious stones, but they collect some in the sea, and they are not stones. Yeah. They just grew because a gem grew from an insect that swallowed an irritation. One of the snails swallows an irritation there. And then, because of the struggle with it, eventually it is secreting a substance to soften the irritation, to handle an irritation, to handle a problem. When it dies, that liquid becomes a seashell that is one of the most precious, that is sold among precious ornaments. And we use that for us to say, you can handle a difficult problem so well that as you strain to manage, to adjust, you become so adjusted, so mature, so well rich in knowledge because you've been there and now you are here. You can help those who need to traverse. Yeah. Our Savior was not an angel because an angel would have thought, why can't you guys behave? Yeah. Yeah. Why do you keep falling? Yeah. You already learned this idea. Yeah. What's wrong with this race? Us, we're not like that. You know? Yeah. We needed a person who could be touched by the feelings of our infirmities. As a brother, listen to me. You need to people who have been to infirmities, to struggles, to people not believing them, to family members underrating them, to friends, betraying you. And when they explain how they navigated it, you get a glimmer of hope. Yeah. That you too can navigate it. Really, let me remind brothers, sometimes you fail by isolation. You don't fail by bad decisions. You just isolated yourself from the people who could have shown you the way out. Yeah. When you drown in water, you have a few minutes or a few moments to get out, according to how much you can endure down there. Yeah. Mistakes feel like being underwater. The sooner you get out, the sooner you can breathe. Yeah. We don't drown for falling into water. We drown by staying there too long. You don't die by committing mistakes and your business collapsing or getting involved with the wrong woman. You drown by starting cohabiting with her. You drown by going ahead to prolong that mistake. You drown by denying that you screwed up. You drown by staying in that mistake you made. You are not ruined by the mistake. You're ruined by how long you take to wake up from it. First of all, you have... I feel like you're singing. This is such a good show. Okay, continue. So good, so rich. Because men, we tend like you have to deny mistakes and cover them up using a lot of cover up. Yeah. Job said, I did not cover up my sin like Adam. Adam, you already messed up, and instead of accepting, you're still covering up. David messes up, and instead of accepting, I got involved with the wrong man. Let me repent to the husband. Let me tell bro. He tried to kill the husband. My woman, kind the child. The mark of David's life became denying the first mistake. So, bro, don't deny. You're human. You saw a naked woman taking a shower. You're at the wrong place at the wrong time. That was a small mistake to forgive. Guys, I should have been at war. I don't know why I saw that woman. Forgive me. Yeah. The king has said so and he's given you a cow. It's okay. Right? It would have been a misdemeanor at best. Yeah. A misdemeanor. But now it became a capital offense. when you try to cover the first mistake. Brothers, don't go to do the second mistake to cover the first one. Don't marry her because you made her pregnant and you're making a wrong mistake to cover the wrong marriage, the wrong more children, the wrong place, the wrong woman, start more years, wrong place. First mistake, admit it, wake up.
Hey, I want my son to grow up quickly so that he can watch this. This is for him.
So, and some of the great people, brothers, I'm sending you to talk to are men who the mistake consumed a chunk of their life, and they have woken up to it, telling you, I wish I'd taken about time sooner.
Yeah.
It's some people have consumed their life and they have not admitted it. It just became bitter and angry with everyone. And the last thing I want brothers to do for self-love is let this season of retreat make you normalize rest and rejuvenation. Most men think to be a worker, to be driven, means to be always striving, struggling, hustling. I want you to normalize rest and rejuvenation to punctuate your programs. In fact, one way to always do that is to have a 1 day a week that is not busy.
Yeah. Okay.
1 day a week that is not work related. Does not mean you remain in the house the whole day. We can go to church and go take coffee, but today the energy is not productivity. The energy is taking in, meeting with the community, taking in the spiritual energy, taking in just going around, taking in walking, relaxing, laughing. If you normalize that, first of all, you realize that you have very quality time with your children and they actually get to grow with you.
Yeah.
Because for most of the week, they may not get good time with you.
Yes.
But when once a week they're looking forward and you can tell stories, read books, sing songs, dance, skip, rock, play kitchen, play theater.
Yeah.
Those things, once a week is good enough. The other times, do whatever you have to do to phone call, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
Many men are commuting. They're going to Uganda. They're doing transit.
Yeah.
But they plan their way always to stop by their home. Take this time. Do that. Many men, because of moving around, they get many women out there. They add mistakes to mistakes and they consume them. So that their work is punctuated by failure. I just want you to normalize rest. That rest allows you to be close to people who matter to you. It allows you to touch base with yourself. It allows you to take care of the body physically, to listen to whether there's a flu coming or there's a pain that has persisted.
Yeah.
For your wife to look at you and tell you there's a pimple that is not healing.
Yeah.
Simple
something
physical
only your wife will see.
Yes, physical care.
Yeah.
Stop moving around, bro. You need a person who is seeing you consistently to see what is changing.
Yeah.
Stay consistent.
Yes.
When you're always reporting back home, even if thieves know this man is generally around. They can't joke with their things.
Yeah. Yeah.
They can't joke with your things.
And all sorts of thieves.
You know, all of them. Particularly the other time.
There's another type that knows that woman is lonely.
You know.
She's married, she has a ring on her finger, but she's alone.
Every time they see you moving around, your wife, your children, they know, the owner is around.
Yeah.
I may get shot with an arrow.
Yeah.
You know, some thieves are cowards. They just take an opportunity of absence.
Yeah.
They're really not aggressive.
Yes.
They need you to be absent. They to sneak in.
Yeah.
They're petty thieves.
Tell them.
So, but when your woman is always referring to you, talking to you on phone at work, they can tell this man is around. This man is present. And then he's changing mood in this woman, he will detect.
Yes.
He's around.
Yeah.
Brothers, let's normalize rest. Let this season be the beginning of you. After you work, you go home and rest. And brothers, remember our slogan, go home. Every day, go home. Stop meandering out here. That's where you got caught. You, Samson.
Yeah.
This is where you land into the wrong kind of people. You, Judah, stop getting your needs met in the streets. Listen, go home. Go home. David, you are disturbed? Go home.
Go home.
Just go home.
David had how many wives?
Just go home, bro. Close the gate in there. You know you're okay there. When you come from battlefields, from work, go home. That's why you can lower your guard and you are safe.
Yeah.
You are not safe when you are talking things, being careless, around sellers of drugs and women who are just merchandising their body. You're not safe there. It may be exciting, but it's dangerous. Go home. Don't become vulnerable in the world. That's the idea we're saying. Don't lower your guard in the world. Go lower your guard at home. Normalize rejuvenation and rest. And let home be a place of rest. Yes.
This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Matters. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal